Good morning, boys and girls. Today we're going to be talking about subtracting across zeros. We've been working really hard on our subtraction with regrouping, and now we're going to talk about what happens when we have zeros within our numbers and how do we regroup with zeros. I'm going to show you 4 examples, and then you will have some practice to complete on your own. You can always make more examples. You can send me a picture and I'll be happy to check them over for you. This can be a very difficult skill, so I would recommend getting out your math notebook and following along as I go through these so that you have a resource to look at while you're completing your assignment for today. Good luck. Boys and girls, for number 1, I have the number 509 minus 246. Again, when we're subtracting, we always want the greater number on top and the lesser number on the bottom. But when we are subtracting, just because the greater number's on top doesn't mean that that's always going to be the greater number in each place. So I'm going to take a look at number 1, and in my ones place, and I have a 9 minus 6. 9 minus 6 is 3. I didn't have to regroup there, but I'm going to come to my tens place, and I see a 0, and unless there's a 0 in the number below, then I'm going to have to regroup. So I have 0, and I want to take 4. So I know that I have to go to my hundredths, and I'm going to regroup from here. My 5 is going to become a 4, and I am going to give a group of 10 to my tens place, and it's going to stay the number 10 because I don't have anything to add to it because I had nothing there to start with. Now I can subtract. 10 minus 4 is 6, and I come to my hundredths place. 4 minus 2 is 2. 509 minus 246 is 263. Remember, you can add these two numbers together to check and make sure that you got the top number. I always recommend doing that, especially during some of these more challenging subtraction across zero problems. Let's take a look at our next example. Again, I have 701 minus 438. My greater number is on top, but I always want to look at place value. I'm going to go ahead and look at my ones place. I have a 1 and 8. I know that if I have 1, I can't take 8 from it. So I want to go next door. But unfortunately, when I go next door, there's nothing there. So I have to go next door to that. So tens can't help me out yet, so I have to go all the way over to my hundreds. Now I'm going to regroup, and I'm going to make my 7 a 6. I can't jump back over to my ones because I can't forget about these tens because the tens are still going to need something. So I'm going to give my tens one group of 10. So again, 10 plus 0 is 0, so that's going to stay a 10. Well, not quite. Remember, I still need to try to figure out how to get this 1 so that I can subtract. Now that my tens have 10, I can regroup because now I can borrow a 10 from my 10, and I make that a 9, and I'm going to now add 10 to the one that I already have. 10 plus 1 is 11. Now I can go ahead and subtract. 11 minus 8 is 3. 9 minus 3 is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. And I did not do that on purpose, but if you look at these two answers, they have the exact same answer, 263. 701 minus 438 is 263. These problems are very challenging, boys and girls, so give yourself some grace as you're practicing, but maybe create some more of your own if you're still struggling. Let's come down to the bottom. I made 2 problems where I don't have anything in my tens or my ones. So again, it's going to look a lot like this problem that we just did. I have 900 minus 593. So my greater number is on top, but I want to look at place value. I have 0, and I want to take 3 from it. Well, we know I can't take 3 from 0 if I don't have anything. So I go next door to my tens. My tens don't have anything either. So I have to go all the way over to my hundreds. And now I can borrow a group of 10. When I do that, remember, I can't just jump right back to my ones. I have to stop in the middle and show kindness to my tens. And I'm going to give my tens a group of 10. Before I can subtract in my ones, I have to go back to my tens and regroup by taking one group of 10 from my tens and giving it to my hundreds. I'm sorry, to my ones, my ones. Now I can subtract. This is a lot of steps before we can even get started. Okay, so I know you can do it. 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 9 is 0. 8 minus 5 is 3. 307. 900 minus 593 is 307. Let's try one more. This is a lot of steps. Again, I have 300 and I'm going to subtract 17. My greater number's on top, so I'm going to go ahead and start with my ones. Again, I have nothing there, so I can't take 7. I try to go next door to regroup, but nothing's there. So I have to go next door one more time to my hundreds. When I borrow from my hundreds, my 3 becomes a 2, and I give that one that I regrouped over to my tens. So now I have 10 plus 0, which is 10. So I have 10 here. But remember, it's not going to stay at 10 because I still need to be able to give something to my ones. So my 10 is going to become a 9, and then I can give that group of 10s to my ones. 10 plus 0 is 10, so I'm going to subtract 10 minus 7. I'm going to get the number 3. I'm going to subtract 9 minus 1. I'm going to get the number 8. And then I'm going to subtract 2 minus 0 because I didn't have anything in the hundreds place. And 2 minus 0 is 2. So 300 minus 17 is 283. As you approach your assignment today, boys and girls, please take your time to carefully go through all of your steps. Sometimes we get in a hurry and we skip over steps, and then that causes us to make careless errors. I know that you can do it, even though it's tricky. If you get frustrated, get up, take a walk around the table, take a walk around the room, reset your brain, and try again. I believe in you, and I know that you can do it. Please let me know if there's any other ways that I can help you. Good luck.